I did it with a college student, and I taught him how a woman of 4 decades makes love. I am Mary, a 40-year-old woman with the elegance and grace that only experience can confer. I live alone in a house adorned with a beautiful rose garden, whose fragrance permeates the air, mixing with my subtle perfume to highlight my mature beauty. One day, while I was enjoying my garden, a young salesman, a representative of an appliance store, arrived at my door. With a smile, he introduced himself as Caesar. Intrigued by his freshness and youth, I invited him in. I had been thinking about buying a new television, and this meeting seemed the perfect time to do so. "I'm interested in ordering a television," I said, but my eyes and tone of voice hinted at something deeper, something more personal. Caesar, catching the signal, accepted my advances and flirtations with courtesy and professionalism, aware of the possible sale. I led him into the living room, where we chatted about the different television options. However, our glances and smiles revealed a growing attraction. The conversation soon turned to more personal topics and, with refined flirtation, I invited him to see my bedroom to evaluate the best place for the new television. Caesar accepted the invitation, feeling a mixture of nervousness and excitement. Upon entering the bedroom, a soft breeze carrying with it the scent of roses from the garden greeted us. Aware of my attractiveness, I slowly approached Caesar, my perfume mixing with that of the roses, creating an atmosphere full of sensuality. "I want to do an experiment," I whispered, my voice soft and seductive. "Mix my experience with your youth." Fascinated by my beauty and confidence, Caesar nodded, letting himself be guided by me. With natural elegance, I took him by the hand and brought him closer to the bed. The rustling of the silk sheets as they moved added a nuance of intimacy to the moment. I began to unbutton my blouse slowly, letting Caesar see and appreciate every movement. His eyes followed each button that was undone, revealing my soft, smooth skin. I gently guided his hands over my body, gently teaching him the art of touch and caress. The combination of my experience and his youth created a symphony of sensations. Every movement, every touch, was a lesson in pleasure and desire. Our bodies intertwined in an intimate and passionate dance. With my wisdom and experience, I led Caesar to explore new forms of pleasure, teaching him the art of love with every whisper and caress. Our breaths quickened, synchronizing with the beats of our hearts. In a moment of pure connection, I whispered in Caesar's ear, leading him in a dance of passion that seemed to have no end. Time stood still as our bodies moved in unison, creating an atmosphere of ecstasy and total surrender. "Margarita," Caesar murmured, "this experiment of mixing your experience with my youth is great." Finally, exhausted but satisfied, we let ourselves fall gently onto the silk sheets, still holding each other. The room, filled with the scent of roses and the echo of our whispers, was a witness to the intensity of our encounter. In that complicit silence, I knew we had touched a deep part of our souls, a place that can only be reached through total surrender. I smiled, gently caressing Caesar's face. "Thank you for this moment," I said sincerely, and Caesar, still in awe of the experience, looked at me with gratitude. If you liked the video, give it a like and subscribe, it would help us a lot.